You don't need to know everything about financial aid. You just need to start. And Section 1 is the first key to getting started, and that's what we're going to do today. So we are back on the prototype demonstration website for FAFSA. So we can go ahead and talk about what you're supposed to do just in Section 1. Now, if you want all of the sections kind of broken down and know what documentation you're going to need, go back and look at the previous video. I will put it right up here for you, and you can go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, so Section 1 it covers basically just the student identity. So things that you likely already know about yourself. Well, at least should know about yourself. So we're going to go back into the same student's ID that we used previously. And so Section 1 just basically confirms who you are. So legally, digitally, and on paper. So it builds your FAFSA profile that connects to the federal aid systems. So you're going to answer things like your full legal name, your date of birth, your social security number, your email and your mobile phone, your mailing address, your state or of legal residence, your intended degree level, so whether that's a bachelor's, graduate degree, associates, and what schools you're going to go to. So are you looking into HBCU, public, private? What are your school plans? So let's go ahead and dive into Section 1 so you can see exactly what you need to do. So just like we did previously, we're going to go ahead and open a new form. We're going to go ahead and select student and continue. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about you will need to create. So you're going to put your name, date of birth, social security number, email address, phone number, permanent address, your permanent address where you actually live. And you will hit continue on that. Your state of residence, so where is it that you live right now? Not while you're going to be attending school, but where you actually live right now, and the date that you became a legal resident of wherever it is that you live. So did you move when you were in the 3rd grade? That's what you would put the month and year for becoming a legal resident of that state. If you lived in the same state since you were born, then you just keep the same. Okay, so you will have to provide consent and approval or you won't be eligible for federal student aid. So let's talk about what it is that you must do. So when you select approve, it demonstrates that you're importing federal tax information. That is something that the FAFSA is going to need from you. Selecting decline demonstrates when FTI isn't approved, tax information must be entered manually and assumes tax filing status is single. So you see here what it is that you have to do. Both scenarios make these assumptions: that filed U.S. taxes and did not participate in federal benefits program. And you your consent and approval are needed to retrieve and disclose federal tax information. So let's kind of go down here. What you will need for this year coming up is not 2023 but 2024 tax returns information for the 2026-27 FAFSA form. Federal tax information is used to determine your eligibility for federal student aid, and tax return information is required to complete the FAFSA form. So read all of this here, what it is that you are accepting and what you will allow them to do. And if you have any other questions, they have some frequently asked questions right here that you can go ahead and read. So approve. So they are importing the information. So success, they have confirmed your information with IRS, and you still have some questions that you need to answer in the finance section. So let me make sure it's clear exactly what you're going to need. You will need documentation for this one. I'm going to give you the documents that you'll need just for this particular section. You are going to need social security card, driver's license or photo ID if you have one, personal email address, not your school or a shared account, but your personal email address, a mobile phone, and a short college list for degree level context if you need that. Now let me kind of back up and just say, for your personal email address, if I were you, I think the best thing you could do is just create a email address specifically for your FAFSA and college things, and that way you can keep that stuff organized. You can add folders in there, all of those great things. I'm going to give you a few tips on how to avoid delays. You want to double check that your name matches your social security number. Your middle initials do matter, so make sure that you have those things correct. Use a personal email that you'll still have after high school. Like I just said, go ahead and create one just for college and college things. If you've moved recently, update your mailing address before starting because you don't want your mail going to an old address. Don't guess your degree type. So if you're unsure, choose bachelor's and then you can adjust it later. So what happens after section 1? So you'll move into the demographic and dependency questions next. But completing section 1 unlocks your FAFSA session and saves the progress. So if the information is wrong here, it can block aid even if everything else is perfect. So make sure that you are slowing down and that you are proofreading what you're putting in, and make sure that you get it right so that you can avoid those delays. So make sure that you bookmark this video for future reference. The first 5 minutes of your FAFSA is what we've just gone over. And if you have your ID and email ready, you are already winning and you are already ready. So share this with someone who is just now starting just like you. And we are here to build strategy one step at a time.